All right. Hello, Sagittarius. It's good to see you guys. Um, let's see. This is a weekend reading. I know it's like Saturday night and whatever, but I'm new to YouTube and I really just wanted to get some readings out there. I'm feeling messages coming in, so um anyway, my intent in the future is to have one weekly reading and then like a daily message for each sign. So those daily messages will be first thing in the morning and just kind of all consecutive in one live reading. Um, so if you resonate with this message or if you just like my style, feel free to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified of when I am going live with the morning readings and the weekly readings and anything else that pops up. I did a meditation the other day too. So, um, what else? I'm going to start pulling cards here real quick, but couple of little things. You've probably heard it like a billion times before, but it's really important for those who haven't heard it to hear it. So, two things. The first is that, okay, um, the first is that, these messages aren't ever going to relate with everyone. This one in particular is intended for Sagittarius as a whole, but especially with, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all that. Each message is never going to resonate with every single person within that collective, okay? It's for the people who need it at that moment. So, the other thing is that time is fluid, so you might not need this message right now, but if you like my style, subscribe to me, and then if you see this video pop up in like, let's say 87 days or in a couple of years even, it just means that you've gotten to a point in your life. I don't even want to say progressed because, we ebb and flow so much as humans, but you might have just gotten to a point in your life where you're needing this message, and that's totally cool, okay? If you're just not resonating with me at all, and it is me, I'm not going to take it personally. Go find another reader, right? Like, there's tons of readers out there, and the important thing is that you're just finding your messages, so keep trying for that, okay? And if you do like my style and you want a more personal reading, whether this one does or does not resonate with you, feel free to shoot me a message. My email is in the description for my channel, and it will be on this video as soon as I can put that in there once I get these videos done. So yeah, send me a message if you're interested in a reading, and we'll check that out and we'll set something up. I'm pretty quick about getting back on those right now. So, there's a lot of YouTubers out there right now that are super backed up because they're like really popular and really good at what they do. I'm just kind of building all that up right now. So I do have some new to YouTube specials also. So if you're looking for a reading, I'm doing like a half off kind of deal right now. So yeah, send me a message and we'll make it happen. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I like to pull about 5 cards, and we have 6 here. So let me go ahead and turn all these over. This first deck that I use is just like a normal deck of playing cards. I'm waiting for my tarot cards to get in, but Spirit was like, dude, just get started. Okay, so I'm listening to that higher intuition here. And I've marked them so that I'm able to do reversals. A lot of times I see these reversals as blocks or something that's holding you back, So let's dive in. We have, to start with, the 9 of Swords. And let's see, I need to sit in this for a second because I'm getting a couple of things here. It's like you've been doing a lot of growing, and in this growing, you're thinking a lot. You've made a lot of wishes. Maybe, you've changed your wishes a lot within that growth period. Maybe it hasn't even been that long where, you might have changed your mind within the last 3 weeks, 6 different times. And know that that's okay, right? Like, the block that I'm seeing here is that you allow your thoughts to kind of take over. in a way. Like, it's almost like you've been working for something, you've been thinking about something that isn't actually what you want. Like on a deeper level though, like it's something that you want right now because it feels good and it's super cool. But maybe it doesn't serve your highest self, right? And that can sometimes be a really hard pill to swallow, especially when you're looking at the 9 of Cups. It's like, or, why did I say cups? I don't know. And I'm getting this wish, even though it's a cup. Cup. Maybe it has something to do with your emotions too. I don't know. Even though it's a sword, and I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one, and we'll come back to it if we need to. There's just a lot of things that could be. So 9 of Swords, when it's a whole lot of pain in like a normal tarot deck, and this is in the reverse, so you're allowing that pain to hold you back. That's where we'll leave it. You need to dive internal to see how specifically that relates to you. Or maybe you don't. Maybe right away you're like, oh yeah, yep, this is what it is, right? Right next to that we have another sword, but it is the Queen of Swords. So with queens, they're more seated in their power. She might feel that pain, but she's going on anyways, right? And it might just be that pain is coming from a part of your life where you're like, that's not super important right now. There's other things that I need to focus on. So she does, she can have 5 swords sticking out of her back or 9 swords sticking out of her back, and she's still standing there like, yeah, okay, what are you going to bring me next, right? The Queen of Swords can also be an extremely protective energy. So I don't know if there's something, maybe you are feeling defensive about whatever this 9 of Cups. You're killing me. The 9 of Swords is, whatever that might be, maybe you're feeling really defensive about it. In the positive light, it's just a protective feeling, kind of like a mama bear kind of thing. So, maybe you have some kids going through some things that you're trying to help with, and maybe that's the cause of this like real intense pain that's blocking you up. Because when you're a mom or even anyone, and you see someone that you love going through pain, I don't want to say it hurts you more, but it hurts you differently, and that pain can sometimes be really deep, especially when it's your kids or someone you love very deeply. So whoever that's for, that might not be everyone, but wow, just a lot of pain. I mean, right next to that you have another card of Swords. It's the 3 of Swords, right? So 3 of Swords, yeah, like there's other people involved, definitely, right? We're already seeing that. It could be a third-party situation if it's a romantic kind of thing. It could just be, for the kid thing, it could be them in a relationship, and, like if you're a mom, you like to be involved with that in your kids' lives and things like that. And maybe the kid is like going through a really tough time in that relationship that they're having, whether it be romantic or, a friendship or whatever. They're having a tough time, and it's hurting you because you're like, I wish I could just solve that, or I wish I could help them. Maybe they're not opening up to you, right? And they're not allowing you to help. Maybe they're not open to receiving that help at this time. Okay, and that's hurting you. Whatever that is, these first 3 cards, I mean, they're full of pain. So sorry. Hopefully we can get you some help on that here in the next little part. But let's see what the rest of this has to do. 2 more reversals, of course. So the next one, we finally do have our cups that kept coming out of my mouth. And this is the Eight of Cups in reverse. So again, it's this emotional feeling, right? Um, with Eight in particular, it's being out of balance, I want to say. Like, that's what's coming to me here. And it, again, it could have to do with just that other person, and like not being connected like maybe you once were. If it's that child I was talking about, it's like maybe they're being secretive, or um, just again not receiving that help from you, not receiving your love. And so you're kind of sitting there like, I don't know how to love you right now. I don't know how to help you. I don't know what to do, you know? Um, their lack of reception has become a wall that blocks you, right? And it turns into a block within you because you don't know what to do. Okay. And it could be very similar if this is applying to like a romantic situation of like, you know, if that person has hurt you so much, or just has closed up, or you know, whatever the case may be, you're sitting there like, I want to love you. Or if it's not good for you, if that relationship, whether platonic, um, romantic, coworker, whatever it is, you're like trying to come from this place of love and positivity and light, and you know, being there for the people around you and all of this, and you're kind of on an island because they're like, no, I got this by myself. I don't want you here right now. Whew, that's hard, right? Okay, let's go on to the next one. Another sword. And then the other one is in reverse. Like, what is this? This is hard. This is hard. The King of Swords, you know, kings are like, they're rooted in their power. They are more confident, very powerful, and sometimes intense, right? Um, but they can also be detached sometimes. So you could go into that space when people are blocking you out, right? Maybe that's kind of a default that you've had, is just detaching from people and retreating away. Um, another possibility, especially when it's like kids and stuff, and people that you're in love with, is, you know, these face cards with swords especially, it's like you can get possessive, right? And you possess things, you don't possess people. Okay? I don't know who needed to hear that, but understand that we can't keep people, we can't make decisions for people. We possess things, not people. Okay? So try to embody the strong element of the King of Swords. Be protective. That's totally okay. But draw the line before you get to being possessive or falling into that negative side of the King of Swords. Okay? Let's go to the last card here in the spread. It is the Six of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. So six, a lot of times in tarot decks, can be related to love, right? Whether it's romantic or the child, you know, the love between like a child and a parent. And I know I've like said mom a lot in this reading, but it can be a dad too. It's not gender specific. So the Six of Pentacles, it's like there was a flow of great things within your material world, maybe for a while, and this could have been, you know, a year ago, or, but I'm feeling, yeah, like, again, it's in the reverse, so it's a block. So this is kind of diving into your past, right? Like you were in the flow, you kind of had things figured out, you were really solid with the people in your life, you had a really great career, your house was all set, And then things just kind of went topsy-turvy, right? Life kind of went upside down on you. I don't know when this is. I'm not putting a cap on it. I'm not writing your story, right? I like to say that to every sign. I'm not writing your story. I'm presenting you possibilities. And this is a possibility of your current and past situation to kind of see where you might fit into this reading, right? So, especially with these blocks, the Six of Pentacles, it's like you're, for a while now, you've not been in that same flow of a great material world that surrounds you. And especially with all of the pain and the emotional block there, and you know, all of these things that you're feeling, it's like you're kind of directionless and you're not sure where to go next. And that's a tough spot to be, right? That's okay. Let's move on to the next part of the reading. In this second part, I like to use my Archangel Power Tarot cards. And this was gifted to me by my friend Beth. She is a fellow Sag, so maybe she's watching this. Hello, Beth, and thank you. She told me that your first tarot deck should be gifted. So this is what she gifted me. And I'm super thankful because each of these cards has angels on them. And I use these as the second step because the first step is like, you're setting the foundation for the reading. You're seeing if you relate. You're seeing if this is your situation, right? The second part is a message of help. It's a message of guidance. And it's coming directly from, depending on what you believe, it could be a specific deity. It could be, and there's our 3 cards. It could be just spirit. It could be the collective energy, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. But these cards come from a higher understanding. Let's put it that way. And it's meant to guide us in a direction that's going to, you know, help us grow, help us push past all of these blocks and this pain. Okay. I mean, really, I don't think I've had another reading where it was just blocks and pain. That's all this was. So let's see what this higher understanding has to say for us. Okay. The first card is the 4 of Gabriel, a very vibrant card. And check this out. This is one of the situations that I was feeling earlier. There's this guardian angel up here that I feel like is you. And then down here is, you know, this guy and this gal, like they're enjoying each other. They're having fun. They look happy. And by all means, like there could be something going wrong there, right? But this angel is kind of external to that. And as an angel, of course, like they know that's their place to be and they're fine with it. But as humans, we're like, I want to be included, you know? So take that as it resonates. I don't know. Let's read the card though and what it actually says. It says, time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. So, I mean, obviously there's a lot of burdensome, I don't know why I can't say that word, burdensome situations, right? So it's time to release those. And in this card, what I'm seeing is one way to do that is to celebrate. And I know that sounds funny or counterintuitive or whatever, but in celebration, oftentimes you're not alone, right? You're surrounded by your social circle. You might be surrounded by specifically just people that you love or a person that you really love. And there's always something to find to celebrate, right? It could be, you know, I'm just doing a lot better than I used to be and I want to celebrate that. Or, I don't know, some people are like, it's Tuesday, let's go have some wine. Whatever it is, like, find a reason to celebrate, right? There's, even with everything that's painful and that's maybe blocking you up and going wrong or whatever, there's always something to find that's good, right? Find something that's good and celebrate that. Honor it. Love yourself in that moment, okay? All right, next card here of advice is Eight of Raphael. And I don't think I've really seen this one before, but check that out. There's this bridge that's between the knight on the other side and this lady over here. And it's almost like she's trying to decide if she wants to take that step over the bridge, right? Um and he even has like some rocks in his stream and stuff that he has to get past to get to her. So maybe there's a decision on both sides that really hasn't been made yet. Maybe neither of you have decided. Sometimes that's okay. But another thing I just saw here, like this lady over here, she's already got her coins over here. She's got her treasure, and she's got this little cat, right? That's like, or maybe a dog. I don't know. Some kind of pet animal thing, right? So like she's kind of fine where she's at now. Like she doesn't really need this person, and she's sitting there kind of just trying to see if she wants to go. Like you could be fine with what you have. It could be so much better with this person, right? But the opposite could be true too. It could be that that person just really isn't for you. Like, this guy's in green and I don't like green, so he's definitely not for me. Not something stupid like that, but you know what I mean? Like this person over here has some issues that like I'm just not vibing with, that I'm not willing to work past, that don't really align with who I am, right? I swear I did not look at this card. The last one is decision. Okay, you need to make a decision of if you're crossing the road. I didn't even read the words. Let's read the words on this one real quick and then we'll go to decision. The word says, there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. So yeah, something better is waiting, but is it this guy over here? Or is it just kind of like focusing more on this stuff that you already have, right? That's for you to decide. And hey, look, decision card. Yeah, you have to figure out what's going to be best for you and where you're going to be. You know, it does mention a spiritual quest. So maybe you're just figuring out how to connect with the universe, the divine, whatever you do connect with. And that'll help you to make this decision, right? The decision card says, release yourself from that which holds you back, which we already talked about is a lot. It's going to take a lot of work, but it is worth it, okay? And that's a lot of the spiritual quest, is getting through all of that. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So, yeah, I mean, when you're feeling in pain and you're feeling emotional blockage and, you know, maybe you're feeling like you're not good enough in the material world, that kind of stuff, everything that we talked about, that can really lead very easily to a lack of self-confidence, right? And that does keep you from making any kind of decision, whether or not this person is right for you. This person could be everything that you need and the best thing that will ever happen in your life and the person that completes you for the rest of your life, right? But if you lack this self-confidence, if you think that you're not worth that kind of connection, you're going to let it pass by. And you could be perfectly fine the rest of your life with, you know, your pet and your treasure, and it'll be beautiful, and that's fine. But there's also beauty to be found, I mean, really anywhere you look. So you have to find your self-confidence again. Go within, try to, you know, I don't know if you need to meditate or it's your spiritual quest. So there's a lot of different routes you can take for that. All I can say is that, you know, you're being guided to work on yourself. You might be feeling a lot of pain around the situations of the people around you, things like that. But what you really need to be focusing on is just you. So go internal, connect again with what's best for you, and do that by really you know, seeing yourself for the badass that you are. Find that self-confidence again. It all starts with a self-love and a self-value. And that's another topic for a whole nother day. But yeah, I'll leave it there. That's what we're talking about. So this last deck that I like to use is an oracle deck. It is, let me pull up the box and show you real quick. It is Dear Universe, and it's by Sarah Prout. I use this deck pretty much every day for myself. It's just a really great way. Like, okay, so the first part, we set the foundation. We talked about your life. The second part, we talked about guidance for, you know, where you can grow, where you can heal, where you can get better, right? It just kind of planted the seeds for what you can do. This is more of a focused intention, worded in the way of like a prayer or an ask from the universe. And it's funny, like I always think of it as like the universe guiding me to say what I need to say to the universe to manifest what I need to manifest with the universe. It sounds crazy, but I promise it makes sense. So let's get a focus card here from this oracle deck, and we can proceed with our lives, right? Try and get some of that healing and clarity. Make that decision. Yeah. So I'm trying for one card here. I don't feel like that was really a pop out. That was like a tease. It landed right back in the deck though. So if it's meant to come out, it will. One card, please, universe. Woo, there we go. All right. Dear universe, guide me to heal my relationship with money and attract boundless abundance. So be it, so it is. We only had one pentacle card, but it was a block, so maybe this is somewhere that you need to be focusing right now. In addition to just healing yourself and, you know, making this decision, maybe the decision has to do with career. And really that's what's going to domino effect with everything else that's causing you pain. And I don't know, I can't answer that for you. But this here, I'm hoping can help give you some focus. So let's read it one more time. Dear universe, guide me to heal my relationship with money and attract boundless abundance. And abundance isn't just money, right? Abundance it starts with money in here. It does specifically mention money, but then it goes on to say, and attract boundless abundance. Abundance is like everything. It's the love, it's the connection, it's the feeling secure within your home. It's having a place to really come home to, not just a house, right? Abundance, it's like the cup overflows, right? Everywhere, not just within money, but it's a good place to start apparently for you. So start with that. All right, that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did like this, video, go ahead and actually like the video, and then subscribe if you happen to like my particular way of doing things. Feel free to reach out again for a personal reading if that's what you're needing. And I just hope you have a really great day, and good luck with everything. All right, light and love to all of you.